Well, hopefully that will work. Oh, I am a little bit earlier than usual, so I don't know if anybody's going to show up. I got an itchy ankle. It's that time of year, everything wants to suck your blood. Well, I wonder if anybody is going to notice a difference from other live streams that I have made from this very spot. This is not going to be a very long live stream because we are out of propane. And I have to have propane to cook dinner. So we have no choice. We have to go to town because I don't know if any other place around that would be open on a Sunday that I can get propane from. So I already called Tractor Supply and they've got somebody there. So hopefully we'll get our propane tanks filled. I think that my grill is probably on its last legs. 3 years is pushing it for a gas grill. They don't usually last very long. They rust out. This one's starting to rust out pretty bad. I think the regulator may be going because we seem to have gone through the propane a lot faster than usual. So I suspect that there's a problem. I was kind of hoping that we could get through the rest of the summer with this propane propane grill and replace it next year. That's what I was hoping for. I don't know because it's not looking great, but we'll see. If it blows up, it's far enough away from the house, it's not going to hurt the house. So, but hopefully it won't. It's just in the summer, I can't cook inside the house in the summer because it just gets too hot. And I try to cook everything in a one-pan meals, if I can't cook it on the grill or in an aluminum pan on the grill, because sometimes things are a little soupier, then I don't generally cook it. Like we do a lot of baked potatoes, a lot of instant rice, very little pasta because I need more water for pasta. So at least until I get things straightened around in the kitchen, get running water, all that fun stuff. Well, speaking of water, I believe I had mentioned that I was applying for a grant. Well, I got the word back. I didn't get the grant. So they said the primary reason is because they ran out of money, which is understandable. And also another thing is that I did not meet one of the qualifications that was pretty important. I was hoping that the other things that I met, the other qualifications that I met, that would be enough to get me through. But no, I guess this one qualification was pretty important. So, and I knew it was a long shot. I really did. So it's not. I'm not terribly upset. I'm a little bit. It would have been nice to have it because I would have had something done that I needed to have done. But, it is what it is. I just do the best I can, like I was going to do before I found out about it. So, live and learn. And it wasn't a total waste of my time because I did learn a few things, and I was able to connect with the goat group, and I've got my my farm on their breeders list for Kiko goats, so that's a good thing. I already had one person contact me about they were looking for a particular color buck, which I did not have, and of course I got the email after I had already taken my boys to the market. So, that's okay. You got to start somewhere. Start small and you build, right? So that's what I did, and it was positive all the way around. So it wasn't a total waste of my time. And who knows? Maybe next year or the year after that. Who knows? Um, one thing at a time. So, I said, anybody notice a difference? I've got two people. They're saying two people are watching. I've got one thumbs up. There was three, but some people's internet, may not be all that great. So, does anybody notice a difference? Yeah. So anyway, I said we got to go to town and get propane. So this is not going to be a long live stream. I got to keep it short. But okay. So I told you about the grant. That was a no-go. So we'll see. We're keeping an eye on materials costs, and when materials costs start to go down, we may see about just getting materials together. And then I told the guys that when we can afford to pay for them to do the work, then we'll have them do the work. Get the materials ahead of time, and then see what we can do. It'd be nice if I can have this done before winter, but I don't know if it's going to make it or not. And that's primarily because of the cost of materials. And we need to get something going when it comes to water for the place. And I need to get the running water going here. So I need to, once the buck barn is finished, and it's getting there, people, it is actually getting there. I've got all of the wood finished. Okay, the wood frame is finished. Everything's done. I just got to start putting the metal on. Of course, we're going through a heat spell right now, so it's a little difficult to work in the afternoon. And I've got to run an extension cord for my angle grinder, but I'm hoping I can get the metal all on this week. Now, of course, if my guys were doing it, they would probably have the metal up within half an hour. Well, it's going to take me days to get it done because I work much slower. I'm working by myself. And I'm just not accustomed to working like this, to working metal. Okay. So it's going to take me longer. I understand it's going to take me longer. So it's going to be what it is. We have also got storms coming through this week. So we'll see if I can't get it done in between storms. Hopefully the storms are later in the day, not early, because working outside, it's better to do that in the morning because it gets really hot in the afternoon. The shade over there helps, but it's still at a certain time of the day, you still get quite a bit of sun. So once I get the roof up, there won't be quite as much sun, but hopefully it won't take me too long. Depending on the weather, that's going to be a factor. So, but once I get that done, I should work on the chicken coop, but at the same time, I got to get the floor done, at least in the kitchen area, so that I can get ready to set up the sink. I'm hoping that within the next 2 weeks, my husband and I can make a trip to Lexington to get IBC totes to set up a rainwater catchment. And once I get that done, get the tanks here and get them painted, get them set up in the place where I need them to be set up and level and all that fun stuff, I'll see if I can get the guys to come over and put the gutters up, at least on the front. That's because I can't do the front. We need them on the back too. The thing is, the ones on the back, they're going to have to be at some point moved and put back on the new roof at the back. But I don't know when that roof is going to come, and I got to get some kind of rainwater collection going so we can get running water in the house. I don't want to have to go through another winter without running water. It's really difficult, especially this last winter that we had. It was a little colder than we had the year before. So I just really need to get that done. Now, we had a bunch of ducklings hatched out this week. We had the first duckling hatched out 18. And then the next 2 hatched out 15 each. So that's 48 ducklings. Well, unfortunately, the one duckling lost 10 of her babies. And I don't know, how do you, she's the only one. The others, the one that had the 18, she still has the 18. Now, one of her 18 has a bum leg. I don't know what it did. I tried picking it up. I tried feeling. It doesn't seem like, it almost seems like it got stepped on, and it's either got a dislocated hip or something broken in there. I don't know. But it's like, I tell you, it's going. Even though it's got one leg that's not working right, it's going. You know, and you can barely catch the thing. It's so fast. So it's like, well, you know, if it ends up being a drake, it'll get called early. You know, but we'll see what happens, because if it's a hen, I don't know if it would be able to set with that bad leg. I don't know. I don't know if it would be able to breed with that bum leg. So we'll just see how it goes. Maybe it'll set itself right at some point. I don't know. As far as I know, there's no vet around here that deals with fowl. So I already asked my vet that comes out here for the goats and the horses, and he says no, he doesn't. So so we covered the buck barn, we covered the ducks. Still nobody chiming in on this. Like I said, there's only 2 people watching, and I know I'm early, and I'm gonna be getting off early too. But anyway, another change is coming, and this has been I've been thinking about this for a while. I had done this before we moved. Okay. Oh, excuse me. And I did really well with it. But then with all the stress of moving and just how, you know, turned upside down our life has been with trying to build the homestead and everything, it was put on the back burner, and I was just surviving. Okay. Well, I decided to go back on keto. I said I was on it before we moved, and I was doing really well. Okay, I felt good. I was losing weight. I was doing well. Okay. Yeah, I decided to go back on keto. But one thing I'm going to try is something I just found out about it. I mean, it's been how many years? Almost 40 years that I have been without a gallbladder. And a little bit longer than that I've been without a spleen. Okay. And so I always wondered how well I would do on keto. Like I said, when I was on it before, it was only for 3 months. I did well. Okay. But I wonder, I just found out about something that you can do if you don't have a gallbladder. It will help you. And that is, let me see if we can get this to focus. Okay. It's showing backwards on my screen. I don't know if it'll show correctly once this is on the recorded phase, but that's ox bile. And I decided I'm going to try it. I just recently found out about it, and we're going to see if it helps me any better. Because I've always been concerned with, you know, the high fat, whether or not the fat soluble vitamins were getting into my system. Oh, hi, Heavens Bound Homestead. I'm going to try the all meat diet first of the month. I don't know if I can do that. That's a lot of meat, a lot of protein. Some people do very well with it, you know, and I think it depends on the person. Everybody has to find what works for them. I know Justin Rose does the all meat, but I don't know that I could. I like some vegetables, and I don't know if I could completely give them up. And like I said before, the keto worked well for me before. The high fat, I think, is what I need. But at the same time, without having the gallbladder, and the spleen may also be a factor in my production of bile. I wasn't sure that I was actually digesting the fat well enough. Maybe a little bit, but not well enough. So one of the channels I've been watching on YouTube, one of the videos suggested ox bile. So I'm going to try it and see if I feel any kind of difference, mainly for the fat-soluble vitamins. I mean, if my body's not able to digest the fat, then I'm going to be low on certain vitamins. You need to gain 20 pounds? Well, girl, gaining weight's easy. Well, for me it is. Oh, I don't know if the protein may help. A higher carb would help. But I'd be careful what kind of carbs. You want the good carbs, not necessarily bad carbs. But gee, I wish I had that problem that I needed to gain weight. Actually, when I was a teenager, I've got pictures of myself, and I look practically anorexic. I was so skinny, and I look at those pictures and I said, holy mackerel. I mean, I know I ate everything in sight practically. I have autoimmune disease along with trying to heal from chemo. Ah, yes. There's a lot involved there. Yeah. I've seen several things online with building up your autoimmune and whatnot. Of course, it's not sticking in here for me because that's not something that I struggle with. My immune system's pretty decent so far. So I don't know what to tell you. Do some research. I know Dr. John Berkman, he's got some things, and there's a Dr. Berg, he's got some things, and I can't remember some of the others. There's a Jason Fung, but I'm not sure. I haven't really watched a lot of his videos. I've just seen them come up, but I haven't had time to watch them. I'm really limited of time. So, but those are a couple of people that you can see what they've got to offer, see what they say. This keto diet is supposed to be really good for building your immune system and whatnot. One of the biggest things I know with cancer is sugar. It feeds on sugar. And I've heard that multiple places. And if you're eating a lot of carbs, which also your body turns into sugar, or is it glucose or insulin anyway? But cancer feeds on sugar and alcohol. So that's something, you can look into, see if that helps. I know chemo's rough on your system. It really is. And I don't know. I mean, I know it's rough, but I don't know what to do to help it. I'm sure there's people out there that do know. Anyway, we'll see if the ox bile works for me. We'll see. So let me see here. So my focus is going to be on getting the water hooked up. And that means, besides doing the floor, that means I have to dig up the septic tank for this property. We just found out where it was last year. I have not had the time to dig it up to see if it's still decent. Like, I don't know, with everything that's been going on this property between bulldozers and whatnot, I don't know if that thing is still intact, okay, let alone if it's usable. So if it is and it's usable, then I can hook up the kitchen sink to that septic tank. I burn up more calories than I can eat. My dad burnt up and I rebuilt the house. Wow. Was in the smoke for weeks, then ended up with cancer. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. That's rough. That is rough. Well, I've always struggled with losing weight, once I got older. So gaining weight. I don't know, milkshakes. I say high fat, but they say high fat for losing weight. So I don't know. But putting on a little bit more weight would probably be healthier, you know. I mean, there's that fine line, you know. If you're too skinny, it's not good. If you're too heavy, it's not good. You know, you got to be right in the middle. You know, so, and I don't know what has the most calories. I had to have been a very, very rough experience. Man. Well, do you happen to notice anything different with the background? Don't like snacks and not much sweets. Well, how about cheese? Do you like cheese? You know, I don't know. Whole milk. Some people can't tolerate the dairy. The wall. Yes, the wall. What about the wall? There's been one simple change that I have made. And I was able to do Friday. Well, this is the same wall that I've had. The difference is I'm not sitting on a mattress that is sitting on the floor. I have a bed frame. I'm no longer sleeping on the floor. I got this metal bed frame from Overstock, and it says it's high enough to store totes underneath. I don't know. No, I don't know if this is oak. I think this is pine. All this is 2x4s that are ripped lengthwise, and that's what this is. And that's why this is the only wall that's done, because the rest of the upstairs is not done because the 2x4s have shot up in price. So, needless to say, we're still living with the walls upstairs not being finished, and the insulation's not done on the whole second floor either. Yeah, I got my bed. So it's awesome. Of course, I have short legs, and sitting up here, my feet don't touch the floor. But I can slip my totes that have my clothes in them underneath the bed. So that'll give me more space. I can organize a little bit better because everything was just such a mess, you know. So hopefully I can get this organized and straightened up, and it'll give me more room to work in here. I still got some things to get rid of and to work on. If the price of 2x4s come down, I can finish this. But right now they're just too high. So I just can't bring myself to pay like around $10 for a 2x4. You know, that's like $10 used to buy me like 5 2x4s, you know? So $20 rip up, you know, a bunch of 2x4s. $20 was about 10 2x4s, and that's what I would do, as I could afford to get 20, or rather get 10 2x4s, rip them up, and this is my ceiling. And with the price going up, I just couldn't do it. And let's see, my son said they opened up a new sawmill in Arkansas. Oh wow. The price should be going down. Well, we can hope so. I heard the possibility that they may start going down, say, in August. So we'll see. I was hoping to have the back porch built so I could set up my table saw so I could rip 2x4s and finish the upstairs. And I'd have it for doing the I'm not doing sheetrock, the quarter inch plywood that I was going to use for my walls. I was going to be able to cut it on the back porch. Can't get that done, not with materials as high as they are. And it's not just the lumber either. It's the It's the metal too. The price of metal has, I kid you not, doubled since I started driving for these Amish guys. Okay? It has doubled. And that's just within the last year that the price has shot up. The price was pretty steady beforehand, but now it's just gone ridiculous. And they've had a couple of jobs that they said they weren't going to do because the price had gone up so much. So, it's hurting, hurting the little guy. We have some people that are still going through with their projects. A lot of them are doing the sawmill lumber, because that is cheap. Sawmill lumber is cheaper, but you don't have to pay for it to be kiln dried and finished, and the dimensions finished. Because your sawmill lumber is true dimensional lumber. Okay, a 2x4 is actually 2x4. So, the chickens are squawking about something. Probably somebody laid an egg. I have been building with every scrap I got. Don't have much scrap left. Yeah, I hear that. Yep. As a matter of fact, I just found out yesterday there's somebody that has some long pallets. I didn't have room to pick them up at the time, but I plan on picking them up Tuesday night. He's got a couple of long pallets. I'm looking at those 2x4s that are at least 6 feet long. And each pallet has, I'd say, at least three 2x4s in it. So it's like, man, if he doesn't want them, I will take them in a heartbeat. Because I still have the chicken coop to deal with. When you get a chance, look at my quail cage I made. It's on my videos. I have to look. I've been very busy, and I have missed a lot of people's videos the last several weeks because I've been so busy. I've been trying to catch up as best I can, but I have been super busy. And I've just been catching the odd video now and then, So hopefully things will calm down. I'm really looking forward to the day when I have everything caught up on the farm and I can sit back and relax. And somehow I feel like that may never come. Because it seems like there's always something that needs to be done. So I guess when all my projects are done, I guess that's the day I die, right? Oh, if you have a project you have to work towards, I guess that keeps you going. So I got plenty of projects, that's for sure. Chucky is getting big. He is got another couple weeks, and then I have to wean him. And I think Daisy's ready for him to be weaned. Yeah, she's not too keen on him anymore. She wasn't too keen on him to begin with, but she tolerated him, and she's like, "Get away from me, kid." There is always too much to do. It seems like it, doesn't it? I just like to have a day where I can just sit back, relax, not have to worry about anything, and just chill out. And I just haven't been able to do that. So there's just so much that needs to be done around here. So, well, it's been nearly half an hour, and we really do have to go to town. We've got to get that propane, or I can't cook dinner. And I guess since we're going to town, I'm going to be getting some more salad too, because I'm out of salad. And with this heat, not having air conditioning, I'm only cooking the chicken, and we'll have salad for dinner. Chicken and salad. And if they want anything else, well, tough toodles. Because I can't handle the heat, and I just cooking in the heat it's just rough. So let me see here. I think I got you updated. The Grant, the buck barn, the ducks, my bed, the keto. I guess that's pretty much everything. I guess I don't really need to go for a whole hour, do I? Anyway, if I didn't have to go get the propane, I'd stick around a little bit longer, but I really do. I have to, so I'm going to cut this short. So I hope you all have a good one, and you stay cool, okay? Because it's not the heat, it's the humidity, right? So hopefully you're not suffering from too much of it. Yeah, I don't use air condition either. Yeah, I know. I'm trying not to, but we've got a couple days coming up that's going to be pushing it. It's like Oh, no, I don't want to go through the hassle of putting the air conditioner through in my windows. It's just too much of a hassle, so fans are easier. I'll deal with the fans. So, all right, I will see y'all later. Have a good one, people. Like I said, stay cool.